You know what's absolutely wild? Every single night at 11:59 p.m., something magical happens that most people completely miss. While you're scrolling through your phone or getting ready for bed, there's a cosmic window opening. A moment when the universe is literally waiting for your command. And if you speak one simple code during this window, everything in your life can shift overnight. Not metaphorically, literally overnight. I'm talking about waking up to opportunities that weren't there yesterday. Messages that change your trajectory. Ideas that seem to come from nowhere. Money that appears in ways you never expected. All because you said 7 specific words before midnight struck. Now, before you roll your eyes and think, "Oh great, another magic phrase that's supposed to solve all my problems," hear me out. Because what I'm about to share with you isn't wishful thinking. It's about understanding how your subconscious mind operates during the transition between days, and how speaking the right words at the right time can reprogram your entire reality while you sleep. And yes, I know you've probably tried affirmations before. You've stood in front of your mirror saying positive things and wondered why your life stayed the same. That's because you've been missing the timing. You've been planting seeds in frozen ground when you should have been planting them in fertile soil. Midnight isn't just the end of one day and the beginning of another. It's a cosmic reset button, a moment when your subconscious mind is most receptive to new programming. Think of it like this. Your subconscious is like the world's most sophisticated computer, running programs all day long, based on what you've installed over the years. Most of these programs are outdated, filled with fear, doubt, and limitations that other people put there. But every night at midnight, there's a brief moment when the system is ready for an update. A window when you can install new software. And the code I'm about to give you? It's the most powerful software upgrade your mind has ever received. I see you there, watching this at whatever time it is, probably feeling frustrated because you've been working so hard, but the breakthrough keeps feeling just out of reach. You're tired of struggling. You're tired of watching other people live the life you dream about. You're tired of bills and stress and that feeling like you're running in place no matter how fast you move. You've been looking for the secret, haven't you? The thing that successful people know that you don't. Well, here's the truth. Most successful people don't even realize they're doing this. They naturally speak abundance into their lives at powerful moments without understanding the science behind it. But you're about to become conscious of it. You're about to learn exactly when and how to speak your desires into existence. The code is this, and I want you to listen carefully because these 7 words will change everything. Right before midnight, you say out loud, "Divine timing brings my highest good now." That's it. 7 words that align you with miracles. 7 words that tell the universe you're ready to receive. 7 words that program your subconscious for supernatural breakthrough. But here's where most people mess it up. They say the words without understanding what they're actually doing. They treat it like a magic spell instead of understanding the profound spiritual and scientific principles at work. So let me break this down for you in a way that will make perfect sense. When you say divine timing, you're acknowledging that there's a perfect orchestration happening in your life. You're surrendering the need to control when and how your good arrives. This removes resistance and anxiety, which are the biggest blocks to manifestation. Think about it like this. Have you ever noticed that the moment you stop desperately searching for your lost keys, you find them? That's because desperation creates a chaotic energy that actually repels what you're seeking. But when you relax and trust, you allow the natural flow to bring what you need. Divine timing works the same way. It's the universe's GPS system, and it knows the fastest route to your destination even when you can't see the road ahead. When you say, "brings my highest good," you're opening yourself to receive not just what you think you want, but what's truly best for you. Sometimes the universe has something even better planned than what your limited human mind can imagine. I remember talking to a woman who was desperate to save her failing marriage. She spoke the code every night, asking for divine timing to bring her highest good. 3 months later, she discovered her husband had been having an affair, and she realized that her highest good wasn't saving that relationship, but being freed from it. A year later, she met the love of her life and said she'd never been happier. What felt like the worst thing that could happen turned out to be the best thing that ever happened to her. That's the power of trusting your highest good over your limited perspective. And when you say, now, you're speaking in present tense. You're not asking for something in the future. You're claiming it as already done, already in motion, already yours. This is how the subconscious mind works. It doesn't understand future tense. It only responds to now. When you say, I will be rich someday, your subconscious hears, not now, maybe later, and it keeps your abundance in the future. But when you speak in present tense, you're telling your subconscious that this is happening right now, and it immediately starts aligning your thoughts, actions, and awareness with that reality. So when you speak this code at midnight, you're literally reprogramming your operating system for the next 24 hours. You're setting your frequency for miracles. You're telling the universe exactly what channel you want to tune into. And here's what happens next. Your subconscious mind, which controls 95% of your thoughts, decisions, and actions, starts scanning your environment for opportunities that match this new programming. You start noticing things you missed before. You start feeling drawn to take actions you wouldn't have taken yesterday. You start attracting people and situations that align with your highest good. It's not magic. It's neuroscience. Your brain has something called the reticular activating system, and it filters your reality based on what you tell it is important. When you consistently program it for divine timing and highest good, it starts showing you evidence of exactly that. But timing matters. Why midnight specifically? Because midnight represents transition, transformation, and new beginnings. It's when your logical mind is quieter and your subconscious is more open. It's when the veil between the seen and unseen is thinnest. It's when your words carry the most creative power. Think about it. What are you usually doing at midnight? Scrolling through social media, watching TV, or lying in bed with your mind racing about tomorrow's problems. You're unconsciously programming yourself for more of the same. But what if instead you took 30 seconds to consciously program yourself for miracles? What if you used that transition moment to plant seeds of abundance instead of watering weeds of worry? There's actually ancient wisdom behind this timing that modern science is just beginning to understand. Many spiritual traditions recognize midnight as a portal, a time when the consciousness is most malleable and the connection to higher realms is strongest. In quantum physics, we know that observation affects reality at the subatomic level. When you consciously observe your life at the moment of transition and speak your intention, you're literally influencing the quantum field that creates your experience. You're becoming a conscious participant in the creation of your reality instead of just a passive observer. Now, let me tell you why this works so powerfully. Your subconscious mind doesn't sleep. While your conscious mind rests, your subconscious is processing the last thoughts you gave it, working on solutions, making connections, and literally reshaping your reality from the inside out. When you give it the right instructions at midnight, it works all night to make those instructions real. It's like having the most dedicated employee in the world. Someone who never takes a break and whose only job is to make your spoken words come true. But here's the thing most people don't realize. Your subconscious is already working all night anyway. The question is, what instructions are you giving it? If the last thoughts before midnight are worry, fear, or complaints about your day, that's what it spends all night reinforcing. It creates more situations for you to worry about, more reasons to be afraid, more problems to complain about. But when you consciously speak the code, divine timing brings my highest good now, you redirect that incredible creative power toward miracles instead of problems. You're literally choosing what your subconscious creates while you sleep. Let me share something that happened to me when I first started doing this. I had been struggling with my business for months. Money was tight, opportunities seemed scarce, and I felt like I was pushing against a brick wall every single day. Then, I learned about this midnight programming technique. The first night I tried it, I felt silly. I almost skipped it. But something told me to trust the process. So, at 11:59 p.m., I said the code out loud. Divine timing brings my highest good now. The next morning, I woke up with a business idea that hadn't occurred to me before. It seemed to come from nowhere. I acted on it, and within a week, I had 3 new clients. Within a month, my income had doubled. Was it the code? Was it coincidence? I've seen this pattern repeat too many times to call it coincidence. When you align your subconscious programming with divine timing, miraculous timing becomes your normal experience. But here's where I need to warn you about something. The first few days you do this, you might not see dramatic changes. Your logical mind might start saying, "See? This doesn't work." That's because your subconscious is used to the old programming. It takes a little time to install new software and start running new programs. Don't let the delay fool you. Seeds don't sprout the day you plant them, but that doesn't mean they're not working underground. Your midnight code is working even when you can't see it yet. Trust the process. Stay consistent, and prepare to be amazed by what starts showing up in your life. I want to tell you about a man who almost gave up after the first week. He was facing foreclosure, his wife was threatening divorce, and he felt like his world was falling apart. He started speaking the code every night, but by day 7, nothing had changed. He was ready to quit when his neighbor, someone he barely knew, knocked on his door. Turns out this neighbor had been watching him struggle and had connections in the construction industry. He offered him a job that paid exactly enough to catch up on his mortgage. The man later realized that his neighbor had been thinking about offering him work for weeks, but hadn't known how to approach him. It was the man's shift in energy from desperation to trust that finally made his neighbor feel comfortable reaching out. The code had been working all along, but it needed time to align all the pieces. Now, let me teach you the right way to speak this code. It's not enough to just mumble the words. You need to say them with conviction, with feeling, with absolute faith that the universe heard you and is already responding. Stand up if you can. Speak clearly and confidently. Feel the words as they leave your mouth. Imagine them traveling into the quantum field and rearranging energy to match your declaration. This isn't performance. This is creation. You are speaking your reality into existence, and the universe is listening to every word, every tone, every emotion behind what you say. Here's something most people don't understand about the power of spoken words. Sound is vibration, and vibration is the fundamental building block of reality. When you speak with intention and emotion, you're not just making noise. You're sending vibrations into the field of infinite possibilities and calling forth experiences that match those vibrations. Ancient cultures knew this. That's why they used chanting, mantras, and spoken prayers. They understood that sound has the power to shape reality. Modern science is catching up to this ancient wisdom. We now know that sound waves can literally rearrange matter, heal the body, and influence consciousness. When you speak your midnight code with faith and feeling, you're using the most powerful creative force available to humans. Your voice? Here's another layer that makes this even more powerful. Right after you speak the code, spend a moment in gratitude. Thank the universe in advance for the miracles that are already on their way. Gratitude amplifies manifestation because it signals that you already believe your good is coming. It puts you in the vibration of receiving instead of wanting. Want pushes things away. Gratitude pulls them closer. So, your complete midnight practice looks like this. At 11:59 p.m., stand up, speak the code with conviction. Divine timing brings my highest good now. Then immediately say, "Thank you for the miracles already unfolding in my life." Feel the gratitude as you say it. Then go to bed with a smile, knowing your subconscious is about to work all night to make magic happen in your life. But let me add another element that will supercharge this practice even more. After you speak the code and express gratitude, spend just 30 seconds visualizing yourself living in your highest good. Don't try to figure out the details or control what it looks like. Just feel the emotion of everything in your life flowing perfectly. Feel the peace of knowing you're taken care of. Feel the joy of living in alignment with your purpose. Feel the abundance flowing through every area of your life. This emotional programming is what your subconscious will work with all night, It will take those feelings and start creating experiences that match them. Some of you might be thinking, but what if I'm asleep at midnight? Or, what if I forget? Listen, the universe understands your human limitations. If you can't do it exactly at midnight, do it as close as possible. The key is consistency and intention, not perfection. Set a reminder on your phone if you need to. Make it a non-negotiable part of your evening routine. Because here's what I've noticed. The people who make excuses about why they can't do this simple practice are the same people who make excuses about why their life isn't changing. But the people who find a way to do it consistently, no matter what, are the ones who start experiencing miracles that seem impossible to everyone else. Which type of person do you want to be? The one who finds reasons why things won't work, or the one who finds ways to make them work? Your choice. Now, let's talk about what to expect, because knowing what's coming helps you recognize the miracles when they start appearing. The first week, you might notice small synchronicities: a random refund check, an unexpected compliment, a green light when you're running late. Don't dismiss these as coincidence. These are confirmations that your programming is working. The universe is showing you little signs before it delivers the big ones. Celebrate every single sign. Acknowledgement amplifies abundance. When you notice these small miracles and say, "Yes, this is divine timing, bringing my highest good," you're training your awareness to see more miracles. I want to tell you about a woman who started noticing these small signs and how they led to something incredible. The first week, she found a $20 bill in her old coat pocket. The second week, her coffee shop gave her a free drink because they were training a new employee. The third week, she got an unexpected refund from her insurance company. She was starting to see the pattern, but then something bigger happened. A stranger in the coffee shop overheard her talking about her art and offered to showcase her work in his gallery. That conversation led to her first solo exhibition and completely changed her artistic career. Those small financial blessings weren't separate from her artistic breakthrough. They were all part of divine timing, preparing her to receive her highest good. By the second week, you might start noticing patterns, opportunities presenting themselves at the perfect time, people reaching out with exactly what you need, ideas flowing more freely. This is your subconscious mind, creating pathways that didn't exist before. Your brain is literally rewiring itself to notice and attract experiences that align with your midnight programming. Scientists call this neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to form new neural connections throughout life. Every time you speak your code and feel the emotion of your highest good, you're strengthening neural pathways that support that reality. You're making it easier for your brain to think thoughts, make decisions, and take actions that align with miracles. By the third week, people around you will start commenting on your energy. They'll say, "You seem different, more confident, more magnetic." That's because you are. You've been programming yourself for miracles for 3 weeks straight. Your entire vibration has shifted. You're no longer the person who doubts and worries. You're becoming someone who trusts and expects good things. This shift in energy is tangible. Other people feel it even if they can't explain it. They're drawn to your peace, your confidence, your quiet knowing that everything is working out for you. And by the fourth week, that's when the big stuff usually starts happening. Job opportunities, relationship breakthroughs, financial windfalls, creative inspirations that change everything. This isn't overnight success. This is what happens when you consistently align your subconscious mind with divine timing and your highest good. It's like compound interest. The effects build on each other until you reach a tipping point where miracles become normal. But here's the most important part. Don't get attached to how your miracles show up. The universe is infinitely creative, and it rarely delivers blessings in the package we expect. Stay open to possibilities you haven't considered. Stay flexible about the methods while being firm about your outcome. Your job isn't to figure out how your good will come. Your job is to prepare yourself to receive it when it arrives. And speaking this code every night is the most powerful preparation you can do. Let me address something else that might be on your mind. Some people worry that asking for their highest good is too vague. They think they need to be specific about exactly what they want. But here's why the code is perfect as it is. Your conscious mind can only imagine based on what it's already experienced. But your highest good might be something you've never experienced before. Something so wonderful you couldn't even think to ask for it. When you speak this code, you're giving the universe permission to surprise you with blessings beyond your current imagination. You're saying, I trust you to bring me something even better than what I think I want. That takes courage, it takes faith, but it also opens you up to miracles that specific requests could never create. I want to share one more story with you. A woman started doing this practice after losing her job. She was scared, desperate, and had almost given up hope. Every night at midnight, she spoke the code with as much faith as she could muster, which honestly wasn't much at first, but she stayed consistent. 3 weeks later, she got a call from a company she'd never heard of. They'd gotten her resume from someone who knew someone who thought she'd be perfect for a position they were creating. The job paid 40% more than her previous position and was exactly the type of work she'd always wanted to do but never thought she was qualified for. When I asked her what she thought made the difference, she said, I stopped trying to figure out how my life would work out and started trusting that it would work out. The code taught me to surrender to divine timing instead of fighting against it. That's the real power of this practice. It's not just about speaking words. It's about shifting from resistance to allowance, from fear to faith, from forcing to flowing. Now, I want to teach you something that will supercharge this entire practice. It's about the energy you bring to those 7 words. See, the universe doesn't just hear your words, it feels your vibration. And your vibration is determined by what you believe is possible for you. If you speak the code while thinking, this probably won't work, but I'll try it anyway, you're sending mixed signals. You're asking for miracles while broadcasting doubt. The universe receives both messages and delivers accordingly. You get half-hearted results because you sent out half-hearted energy. But when you speak those words as if you absolutely know they're going to work, when you speak them with the same confidence you'd have ordering your favorite meal at your favorite restaurant, then you're sending a clear, strong signal that the universe can't ignore. So, how do you build that confidence when you're just starting out? You start with small wins. Tonight, when you speak the code, focus on something small that would feel miraculous if it happened tomorrow. Maybe it's finding a parking spot right in front of where you need to go. Maybe it's getting an unexpected text from someone you've been thinking about. Maybe it's having your coffee taste absolutely perfect. Start small and watch how the universe responds. When you see these little miracles happening consistently, your confidence in the code grows. And as your confidence grows, your ability to attract bigger miracles grows too. It's like building a muscle. You start with light weights and gradually increase as you get stronger. Here's another powerful enhancement to the practice. Throughout the day, when you notice something good happening, say quietly to yourself, "This is divine timing bringing my highest good." Train your brain to recognize miracles when they happen. Most people miss their miracles because they're looking for something bigger or different. But when you start acknowledging the miraculous in the small stuff, you tune your awareness to see more of it everywhere. That perfect parking spot isn't just luck. That unexpected discount isn't just coincidence. That helpful stranger isn't just random kindness. It's all divine timing responding to your midnight programming. And here's something beautiful that happens when you do this consistently for a month or more. You stop feeling anxious about the future. You stop worrying about how things will work out because you've seen evidence over and over again that divine timing really is working in your favor. You develop what I call miracle confidence, the quiet knowing that everything is conspiring for your good even when you can't see how. This confidence becomes magnetic. People are drawn to it. Opportunities are attracted to it. Money loves it. When you walk through life knowing that divine timing is bringing your highest good, you show up differently in every situation. You're more relaxed in job interviews because you know if this opportunity isn't for you, something better is coming. You're more confident in relationships because you trust that the right person will recognize your value. You're more creative in business because you're not afraid of failure. You know that even setbacks are divinely timed to redirect you toward something better. This isn't blind optimism. This is trained trust. You've done the practice, seen the results, and now you know how the universe operates on your behalf. You've built a relationship with the invisible forces that shape reality. You've learned to cooperate with divine timing instead of fighting against it. This is what separates people who seem to live charmed lives from those who struggle constantly. It's not that some people are luckier than others. It's that some people have learned to align with the flow of divine favor, while others keep swimming against the current. But let me warn you about something that might happen as you continue this practice. Some people in your life might not understand your new energy. They might question why you're so calm about things that used to stress you out. They might think you're being unrealistic or irresponsible. Don't let their fear dim your faith. Not everyone is ready to believe in miracles, and that's okay. Just keep speaking your code, keep trusting divine timing, and let your results speak for themselves. Because when your life starts flowing with ease, when opportunities appear at the perfect moment, when money shows up just when you need it, when relationships become more harmonious, people will start asking what changed. And then you can share this practice with those who are ready to receive it. The beautiful thing about this code is that it works for everyone, but it works uniquely for each person. Your divine timing won't look like anyone else's because your highest good is specifically designed for you. The universe isn't cookie-cutter. It's endlessly creative and personally invested in your unique success and happiness, so don't compare your miraculous journey to anyone else's. Don't worry if your friend's breakthrough came faster or looked different. Trust your own timing. Trust your own path. Trust that what's meant for you is making its way to you right now. Now, let me share something that might surprise you. This practice doesn't just change what happens to you, it changes who you become. When you consistently speak words of faith and divine trust every single night, you literally rewire your personality. You become someone who expects good things, someone who trusts the process, someone who stays calm in storms because you know they're temporary, someone who sees possibilities where others see problems. This personality change is actually more valuable than any specific miracle you might receive, because once you become someone who naturally attracts miracles, the miracles never stop coming. It becomes your new normal to live in the flow of divine favor. People will start saying you're lucky, but you'll know better. You'll know you've trained yourself to recognize and receive the good that was always there waiting for you. I want to address one more thing that stops people from experiencing the full power of this practice: impatience. We live in an instant gratification world where people expect everything to happen immediately. But divine timing isn't Amazon Prime delivery. It's not about speed, it's about perfection. Sometimes the universe needs to move pieces around before your miracle can manifest safely and sustainably. Sometimes you need to grow into the person who can handle what you're asking for. Sometimes other people need to be prepared to help you. Sometimes circumstances need to align in ways you can't see yet. Your job isn't to hurry the universe along. Your job is to stay faithful to the practice and trust that everything is unfolding in perfect order. When you get impatient, remind yourself that delay isn't denial. It's orchestration. The universe is conducting a symphony of events to bring about your highest good, and symphonies can't be rushed. Every instrument has to come in at precisely the right moment to create the beautiful music of your miraculous life. If the violins came in too early or the drums started too late, the whole piece would be ruined. Divine timing ensures that every element of your blessing arrives at the perfect moment for maximum impact and lasting benefit. But here's what you can do while you wait. Use the time between speaking your code and seeing your miracles to prepare yourself to receive them. Clean up your environment, organize your finances, heal your relationships, improve your skills, take care of your health, expand your capacity in every area. Because when your miracles arrive, you want to be ready to fully enjoy them and maintain them. Too many people pray for abundance but aren't prepared for it when it comes. They pray for opportunities but don't have the skills to maximize them. They pray for love but haven't healed their own hearts yet. Don't be one of those people. Use your midnight practice as a catalyst for becoming the person who naturally receives and maintains miracles. Let me tell you what happens to people who stick with this practice for 6 months or more. They become unshakable. Economic downturns don't panic them because they trust divine timing will protect their resources. Relationship challenges don't devastate them because they know their highest good includes perfect love. Career setbacks don't discourage them because they believe something better is being prepared. Health issues don't terrify them because they trust their healing is part of divine timing. They develop what I call supernatural stability, a peace that passes understanding because it's not based on circumstances. It's based on a trained trust in the benevolent intelligence that's orchestrating their life. And from that place of stability, they make better decisions, take wiser risks, and create more beautiful outcomes than ever before. There's something else that happens that most people don't expect. Your intuition becomes incredibly sharp. When you align with divine timing every night, you start receiving guidance throughout the day. You'll get sudden urges to call certain people, take different routes, or explore new opportunities. These aren't random impulses. They're divine nudges guiding you toward your highest good. The more you trust and act on these nudges, the stronger they become. You start living in a constant dialogue with the universe, receiving course corrections and opportunities in real time. I remember a man who started getting these intuitive hits after about 2 months of practicing the Midnight Code. One day, he felt strongly pulled to stop by a coffee shop he'd never been to before. There, he met a woman who turned out to be the perfect business partner for a project he'd been struggling with alone. Another day, he felt compelled to take a different route home from work and discovered a "for sale" sign on his dream house. The owner was willing to sell it below market value because they needed to move quickly. These weren't coincidences. They were divine appointments, orchestrated by the same timing that responds to his midnight code. Let me also address something that comes up for many people. They worry about whether they're worthy of miracles. They think they need to earn divine favor through perfect behavior or spiritual practices. But here's the truth that will set you free. Divine timing isn't based on your worthiness. It's based on your willingness. The universe isn't keeping score of your mistakes or judging whether you deserve good things. It's simply waiting for you to open yourself to receive what's already yours by divine right. When you speak the Midnight Code, you're not earning miracles. You're claiming them. You're remembering that abundance is your natural state and aligning with it once again. The word divine in the code isn't about religion or specific beliefs. It's about recognizing that there's an intelligence greater than your limited human perspective, orchestrating the events of your life. Whether you call it God, universe, source, higher self, or simply the interconnected web of consciousness that binds all things together, doesn't matter. What matters is acknowledging that this intelligence has your back and trusts it to bring about your highest good. This surrender actually empowers you rather than diminishing you. It frees you from the exhausting burden of trying to control every detail of your life and allows you to flow with the current rather than swimming against it. As we come toward the end of our time together, I want to give you something practical to carry with you tonight. I want you to set an intention right now for what you'd like divine timing to bring into your life over the next 30 days. Don't worry about making it perfect or figuring out exactly how it should happen. Just identify one area where you'd like to see miraculous improvement. Maybe it's your finances. Maybe it's your relationships. Maybe it's your health. Maybe it's your career. Maybe it's your peace of mind. Whatever it is, hold that intention gently in your heart as you speak your code tonight. Remember, you're not demanding or begging. You're simply opening yourself to receive your highest good in this area, trusting that divine timing knows exactly how and when to deliver it. And then, for the next 30 days, pay attention. Notice the small signs, the subtle shifts, the unexpected opportunities. Keep a notebook or use your phone to track the little miracles. You'll be amazed at how much magic you've been missing because you weren't looking for it. But more importantly, keep speaking your code every single night without fail. Don't skip nights because you're tired, or forget because you're busy, or quit because you don't see immediate results. Champions show up consistently, especially when they don't feel like it. And you, my friend, are training to become a champion at receiving miracles. This consistency is what separates the people who experience occasional lucky breaks from those who live in a constant flow of divine favor. Here's something else I want you to remember. This practice isn't just about what you get. It's about who you become in the process. Every night that you choose faith over fear, trust over worry, divine timing over your own impatience, you're strengthening spiritual muscles that will serve you for the rest of your life. You're building a relationship with the universe based on trust and cooperation rather than fear and resistance. And that relationship will be the foundation for every blessing that comes your way. The universe isn't a vending machine where you put in the right coins and get what you want. It's a partnership where you align your will with divine will and co-create miracles together. Your midnight code is how you signal your readiness for that partnership every single night. I want to share one final story that perfectly illustrates the power of this practice. A couple was on the verge of losing their home. They'd tried everything they could think of, but the foreclosure seemed inevitable. In their desperation, they decided to try speaking the midnight code together. Every night at 11:59 p.m., they stood together and said, "Divine timing brings our highest good now." After 2 weeks of this practice, they received a call from a relative they hadn't spoken to in years. This relative had come into some money and felt a strong urge to help them. But here's the remarkable part. The relative had been thinking about reaching out for months but kept hesitating. It was only after the couple started aligning with divine timing that the relative finally felt moved to act. The amount was exactly enough to save their home and give them a fresh start. When I asked them what they thought made the difference, they said, "We stopped trying to fix everything ourselves and started trusting that we were being taken care of." The code taught us that we weren't alone in this struggle. Now, before you close this video and go about your day, I want you to make me a promise. Promise me you'll give this practice 30 days of consistent commitment. Not 29 days, not most days. All 30 days. Because that's when you'll have enough evidence to know for yourself whether this works. You won't need to take my word for it. You'll have your own proof. You'll have your own miracle stories. You'll have your own transformed life to testify to the power of aligning with divine timing. And when that happens, when you've experienced firsthand how speaking this code before midnight opens doors that seemed permanently locked, then I want you to share this practice with someone else who needs it. Because miracles aren't meant to be hoarded, they're meant to be multiplied. The more people who align with divine timing and their highest good, the more miracles there are in the world for everyone. We're creating a global community of people who refuse to live in fear and limitation, who choose to trust in the benevolent intelligence that's always working on our behalf. So tonight, as you prepare for bed, remember that you're not just ending another day, you're standing at the threshold of infinite possibility. You're about to plant seeds that could bloom into anything, grow into miracles beyond your wildest imagination. At 11:59 p.m., stand in your power, speak your code with absolute faith, and know that you've just set forces in motion that will work all night to bring about your highest good. Divine timing brings my highest good now. 7 words that could change everything. 7 words that align you with miracles. 7 words that remind the universe you're ready to receive all the blessings that have been waiting for you to ask. Your miraculous life is not someday. It's not when you're more worthy, or more ready, or more deserving. It's right now, one midnight code away. Speak it tonight. Speak it tomorrow night. Speak it every night until miracles become your new normal, because they will. Divine timing never fails. It only waits for your invitation. And tonight, you're finally going to give it one. The universe has been waiting for this moment. Your subconscious has been ready for this upgrade. Your highest good has been preparing for this alignment. All that's left is for you to speak the code and step into the flow of divine favor that's been waiting to carry you to heights you've never imagined. Tonight, everything changes. Tonight, you become someone who lives in partnership with miracles. Tonight, you remember who you really are and claim what's really yours. Divine timing brings your highest good now, and now is all there is.